Hey guys, and welcome back to the vlog. And so today I'm going to be talking about a couple things. I found this new little app called Overlay Clock. As you can see, the time up here is 5:48, and I found it through Microsoft Store here. And so you look for Overlay Clock, and it's a clock that overlays. I know, very inventive name. Overlays on top of whatever you're working on. So that means you can hide your toolbar on the bottom here and get a little bit more real estate on your screen. Just a little note that make sure this overlay clock is in a position where when you change monitors, so I have a monitor in my other room that's a widescreen, and if you put this clock in a position on the widescreen, it'll disappear from what you see here. So if that is the case, make sure you have a couple icons over here to the left like this. Make sure this overlay clock is close to one of these icons. So when you open up back on the widescreen or a different monitor with different resolutions, you'll always see the overlay clock in the same place. There's another another tip for you to about the overlay clock is that if you want the overlay clock to start when you start up your computer, you go to the Windows button, you type in run system, you type in something called shell :startup. So what this does is brings up a folder that basically you put shortcuts or programs in here, and it'll automatically start them up when you open up your computer. So I put the overlay clock shortcut here, and when I restart my laptop, this overlay clock will show up when I start up my computer. It's pretty neat. It's pretty nice. You guys can try it out for free. It's a free app. Second thing I want to cover is my e-commerce project with yours truly, Coding with Joseph, which this is the sponsor of this video. And if you guys are having trouble learning how to code, or you want to learn how to code, feel free to give Coding with Joseph a try. Please see the description below. And with Coding with Joseph, I am going through my e-commerce project. Still working on how to get the image from base64, which is a bunch of letters, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like a bunch of letters, and so before that, I actually put all the notes into the notes folder here, so it makes it a little bit more clean. So there's no more miscellaneous files between them, which I used to have markdown files in each of these folders, which wasn't confusing, but it was a little bit more cluttered. And so I put them all in this notes folder, as you can see down here. And so if you want to know what's going on in a specific file, you can go to that file. We'll use index.js as an example. So in the MD file for index.js, I have the setup of which packages are being loaded, and it goes through the segments or blocks of code that all blocks of code where the code is written, and so you have sections of code which are dedicated to specific purposes. So for example, the Mongoose section is dedicated to connecting to MongoDB. You have the middleware that connects the websites together, and the routes, and so on and so forth. At the bottom here, I've implemented a change log, and I've added a date as well. So what was wrong, what was the fix. It's a nice handy way for Claude to remember what's going on in this project, and a nice reminder for myself to know what's going on, what's got broken, things of that nature. So last time we were trying to figure out this code block here, where trying to get the parsing of the products array and getting from the picture from base64 digits into the actual picture itself on the website. And so I put it through Claude because it's probably not the actually easiest way, but the best way I know how to do it at this moment. So the first bug, yeah. So I won't read it verbatim here, but you can take a quick look at what's going on. And so yeah, apparently console log crashes this program if it's outside the block, if block. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it's interesting. So it made some changes. Yeah, so move that, put it inside here. Yeah, it throws a type error. Interesting. Don't know exactly why. So yeah, so it made those changes. Let me just widen this chat box right here. So products could not be assigned by map, changed to let products. And yeah, console log ran out, so it crashed. It had no picture, moved it to block, so it doesn't crash. So once that fix was implemented, the image still didn't show. So I asked Claude what was going on. So the website actually populates within VS Code now. So it sorted that the image has no source attribute. And so in order for the picture to show up, it needs to have a source attribute, I believe. And so it found the root cause. The picture schema has to find only file name, file type, but source is not one of them. When JSON is serialized as a MongoDB document, it only includes schema field defined fields. So picture source gets stripped without ever reaching the front end. So the fix is dot lean, which returns to a query the plain JS objects instead of Mongoose documents, allowing source to survive the serialization and come back as a picture when we pull it from the back end. Yeah, so .lean fixes it. The Mongoose document serialization that instances that serialization is schema. No fields are dropped. .lean returns JS product, so the field that you had source is included as a JSON as part of the JSON. Yeah, so I asked Claude to explain this in a more simplified way. So thinking of it, I asked a 6-year-old version of this is probably the best way to put it. Imagine Mongoose gives you a toy with a lock. The lock only lets you take out toys that are put in by the factory. You can put in a new toy, but when you open and close and reopen the box, that new toy is gone. The lock removed it. But when you put lean, you put it in a cardboard box instead, no lock. You can put any type of toy, and then when you open it later, all the toys are still there, which is good enough explanation. And yeah, so that is that. And I will continue to keep you guys updated on what's going there. So second half of this vlog, I'm going to be talking about marketing my app. So originally I saw a YouTube video about marketing apps, and the guy suggested, saw this video on the average tech bro YouTube channel that carousels would be a good way to promote my app. So I built one very quickly. And as you can see here, it has some little tips on money myths and has a couple myths. And then at the end, I introduced my app, and then ask people to subscribe to my waiting list. So I posted it on Instagram, but unfortunately, whoops, wrong one. I got an email back from Instagram saying my account is restricted from advertising because it didn't comply to our advertising policies affecting business assets. Any ads connected to this account that we're running are now paused. If you believe we can request a review or run ads, cannot use or share audiences. So I guess Instagram doesn't like me putting links in my posts or my carousels. I'll have to go back and readjust, and I might even have to create a whole new account just to market on Instagram. But in the meantime, I may go back to YouTube and see if I can do anything there. Anyways, that's it, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.